Alright, so this one we're going to do the face joints. Alright, so in the eye. I'm just going to duplicate the master like we've been doing. And then I'm going to move this up. A good one to start off with is the jaw. So usually the jaw is close to the ear, but this guy is a little bit strange. So you're thinking about where the jaw would rotate from, and like I said, it's kind of close to your ear would be in a human. But for this one, we think, okay, if I were to rotate rotate from X here, would that feel right? And then you're just envisioning it. If I selected all these, where I should rotate from. So that might be interesting, probably like that. And then make sure you undo your rotations for now. And then I'm going to duplicate this and make a chin. And I'm going to connect that chin to my jaw. And I'm going to rotate this. And we want to rotate this where we think the chin would be. And I'm going to select this and move it one direction like this. So I'm making sure my Z is pointing down like that. So something like that. And then I'll duplicate it again. And then at this point I probably would start with the lips and do those. And we want a center one, a top corner, a middle, a lower corner, and right here. And you can always add more, but that's probably the minimum I would do. And so I'm going to select this. I'm going to hold down C and middle mouse and slide it in. So I'm holding down those, and then, or you can hold down V, and that will snap to that vertex. Like that. So that's right in the middle. Then I'm going to duplicate this and move it over. And I'm going to snap it to the, I'm going to snap it to this one right here, this span. Right here. Make sure it's on the correct one. So that's not quite, it's going to the middle. Like that. And for these ones, I would probably, I'm going to select both of these and bring down the radius since they're so big. And that won't affect anything, but just make it visually easier to see where I'm snapping it. And then I will duplicate this again and move it down here. Duplicate it, and that would be the center one. Duplicate it again. Move it to the bottom corner. Duplicate again. Put it right there. So right now these rotations, so I press F. So if I were to lift this up, that would be fine. If I move it forward, it's not going with the orientation of that geometry. So I would probably rotate this slightly so it's kind of matching the plane that it's rotating. That way when I pull it out and push it in, it will follow the geometry more. Same with this, probably rotate it a bit. And then the corner I think is fine, and then these ones, it's going with the plane. So we have those. So that's done, but we probably should name these. So these are a little bit different. So this would be top lip, or we could just do lip top, and then underscore C for center. And then I'll select the bottom one. Just copy this. And I'll do bottom, or you could do upper lower. I've seen kind of both naming conventions. Do that same thing here. So lip top, and then we could do corner, or it just has to be different, and do L. So we want that to be, we want to mirror this to the right. And then this would be lip mid corner underscore L, and then lip bottom corner underscore L. So we have that. If you want more control, you could add some more. You could add one more for the top and bottom here on the mid lip, but I won't do that. So we have those now, and these would be connected to the lower. Would be if we open our mouth, our jaw, the lower lip would follow this. So we can connect those if we want. So select all the bottom ones. And the mid one, you can either have that connected to the head or connected to the jaw. Either way would work, depending on the kind of look you want. So I'm going to do a lip. I would say if I open my mouth, it's usually in the middle, but it could probably be more on the bottom. So I'm going to put the corner on the bottom too. So where's the jaw? Oh, I think it's this one I need to rename. And you'll see that's connecting to the jaw. And I'll name this jaw. And then this one chin. There we go. So when I rotate this, those will all go down. Okay. And then for the lip top, I can put that on the head joint. So we gotta find it. Head joint. Be up here. And so I can put that up there. And so those are connecting like that. Now when if I rotate the jaw, those should stay still. But this needs then to move with the head. The jaw moves with the head. So I'm going to move that up to the head joint. Like that. So if I move the head, everything moves. But if I move the jaw, all the lower joints should go with the chin. So that's good. Alright, so that's probably good for this video. I'll do the eye for the next one.